Okay, so this is my new video, sir. So it's on the correction I'm doing for my lab.6, which is because before this I used to do, I typed the code in the command prompt. So I think sir said must do in the file. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to create file and do that. So let me read through the questions first. You are required to develop a custom function named myConvolution to perform convolution with normalization. So I have to assume that the input is grayscale image with resolution of 8 bits per pixel. So this is my part A. So and my part B is to read the image file that is already in my Octave, and also the image smoothing, sharpening, enhancement, and also to make title for each images with 2x2 grid. So I have to come up with subplot. So this is my question. So I'm going to go straight away to my code. So I'm going to create a new file actually. Okay, so let me create a new file with the name of my convolution function dot m. So this is my function file name. Okay, basically I have this. So I'm going to start with my function. Function. This will be my input. I'm going to start with my no, this is my output actually, my output. So my input will be this. My convolution, so it has to be the same as the my file, my convolution function. Okay, I hope you can see. I think it's clear enough to see, right? So I don't think so I have to make big. And then also the input. So if you see my input here, my input here is actually I and H, sir. So because I is the image that I'm going to put in, and H is the mask. So basically this is what I'm going to put into my my folder, I mean my file. So this is what I'm going to call I capital and then H as well. Inside my my function, it should be I2 norm, because I2 norm is basically the image that I'm going to call later, the final image. Okay, so this is my function, function, and then enter. So I'm already done with my function. So next I'm going to call my test, in my test convolution. I'm going to call, I'm going to bring those calculation parts. So from convolution, which is to perform convolution between the image I and mask H. So I'm going to start from here till conversion. So until over here is my process. The process should be in the function. So I'm going to copy and then I paste it here. So here I'm going to talk, here will be the function part. Okay, the function part, and to perform convolution between image I and mask H, perform normalization and find all the sum positive and negative coefficients. So this is until here, and then I'm going to end it. So this is my file for function. So I'm going to perform normalization here. So how am I going to perform normalization is basically enter. Okay, how am I going to perform normalization? First I use image2. I'm filter double I. H I is the image that I'm going to call, and H is the mask. And then index positive and index negative. Index positive is basically more than 0 and negative is less than 0. Sum all positive is sum h is the mask times with the index positive. Sum of all negative is basically the sum of h is the mass and times with the index negative. And then the normalization maximum is 255 and normalization minimum is 0. Pre-normalization max is equals to sum all positive times normal max. And also for all the negative is sum all the, minimum is sum all the negative times normalization max. So this is the formula. And image to norm is equals to unassigned integer. Unassigned integer is called uint 8, so 8 bits per pixel. I want it to be in 8 bits per pixel, and it's I2 norm is basically the image that I want to come up with. So basically I'm done with my function, so I'm just going to save this. So yes, of course, this is the only thing that I have to do for now. Okay. Okay, I'm going to save this first. It has to reconnect back. Okay, I think it's already reconnect, so I'm going to save this. This is what the problem is when so now I try to run. Image is equal to 1. No. So I think because I have to call the function there, so I have to work there because this is not to something to display. So basically saved. Okay, so and then I'm going to create a new I'm going to create a new file just to do my the part B first. Part B now. So part B I will be doing on finding my image. Getting my image, read my image. So I'm going to put test convolution. Test my convolution. Okay. Dot m. Okay. Again test my convolution. It's over here. So I'm going to this for here also. I'm going to use this read image. So basically I have to read the image as what is stated there, and then I have to read image first. So after I've read my image, then I have to come up with my mask to create my mask. So I'm going to start with test convolution, and then I'm going to just copy paste this. So okay, as you know, this mask is basically for H smooth. So I'm going to put for H smooth because smooth images have all the masks to be 1. And yes, we also have for sharp image. To find the sharp image, so we have to use the same thing where we have to go through the file. So I'm going to image processing computer vision file. Okay, and then I'm going to go to notes, lab, not lab. Here, algebra and filter. Open this, going to take some time. Okay. Okay, take some time. It's okay. I think it's already open. Okay, so here I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to. I'm going to like just going to see this. I'm going to refer this. So here, okay. So I'm going to use the Laplacian type filter to actually make this filter to make my picture sharper. Okay, just now I've made smoother. Smoother is basically all one, all positive. When it comes to sharper, it becomes there are also there will be some negatives. So here I'm going to use this. So so the first one is 1, -2, and 1. 1, -2, and 1. This one, okay. And yes, of course, the next one is -2, 5, -2, -2, 5, -2, uh, -2, 5, -2, semicolon, and then I have to do the next part, which is 1, -2, and 1, 1, -2, and 1, 1, -2, and 1. So I've already done with my H sharp. Okay. So I'm going to run this. I'm going to save this and I'm going to run. So I have my image here. So this is my image basically. And this is my H sharp and my H smooth. So I think I have all the H sharp over here. Okay. So I think I have all the values here. So now I'm going to move to I'm going to call function. So I'm going to call function. Call function. So to call function, I'm going to start with to call my function. So I'm going to make this as image smooth, and I'm going to call my function, which is this. We'll call it here. Okay. Function in smooth control V. So this is my image. I mean, I'm going to call this function here. So I'm going to put it as H smooth. So because I've already labeled this as H smooth over here, so we make it the same H smooth. Okay. So I'm done with that, and then next I'm going to I sharp. Again, I can copy paste Control V. So here I'm going to make it like I'm going to use the same image which is from the eye smooth. So I'm going to use eye smooth, and yes, of course, now here I'm going to use eye sharp. H sharp. H sharp is basically H is basically the mask. So I'm going to use this mask. I'm going to use this mask and which times with the smooth image, this one. So done with this. And yes, I'm going to do with eye contrast also. Eye contrast here, I'm going to do some. Okay, eye contrast here, I'm going to use Control V. No. I'm going to use my IM adjust. I'm going to use IM adjust because in the question it's written here IM adjust. I'm going to use this. So IM adjust. So what I'm going to put it inside, I'm going to put high sharp because why? I'm going to use eye sharp to actually come up with my image for contrast. So I've already called all the function. Next is to create a new figure. So I think the one I can just get it from here. Okay. So my convolution file is over here. And okay. So I've already created a new figure. I mean, the figures that are going to display. So now I'm going to display my output. So I'm going to go to the ending part where, wait, so now I'm going to start with my display. So display is basically over here, this part B. So I'm going to start with my display, which is I'm going to display on my original image. Original image. Okay, to display my original image, I have to start with subplot because subplot is basically I'm going to, because since it has to be in the has to be the correct grid. So a grid especially 2 times 2. So I will make it the subplot as 2, 2, 1. Why I make it 1? Because it has to be in the first row, 2 rows, 2 columns, and it has to be in the first place. So it has to be in the first row, first column. So this is what it means. And yes, enter. So I'm done with that, and now I'm have to go. I'm sure. So now I'm going to show. I'm going to show image that the original image. The original image is basically I. I'm going to show that back. Enter. So I'm going to put title for this. So my title here is original image. Original image. Okay. Before I go to the next part, I just want to show you what are the things that I have got. I got. So save this, and I'm going to run this. Okay, if you see, I already have my eye. So just now, as I showed you, and H sharp and H smooth, but I have not shown you my eye sharp. Okay, I'll start with eye smooth first. So this is my eye smooth. So basically, using my eye and H smooth, I already got my eye smooth, and then also I already have my eye sharp by using H sharp and eye smooth, and then I also have eye contrast, which I use just from H sharp, eye sharp, and I just adjust it. Okay. It has to reconnect. The connection is a bit lost. So I think I have to wait for a while. So the same thing I have to do for smoothen image. So smoothen image. And my plot will be 2 because it has to be in the second place. And here I'm going to use my eye smooth. So I'm going to use the same thing, but now this time it's going to be sharper, sharpened. And yes, the subplot will be also changing. It will be 3, and this will be sharp as well. Eye sharp, sorry, eye sharp, and here will be sharpened. Okay, I save this and I'm going to run this. So I have already have my sharpen, my smoothen as well. So what it means here is my original image is already in my the first plot on the first side, which is 2 times there will be 2 rows, I mean 2 columns and 2 rows. So original image and smoothen image, if you see the image is if you can see the image is getting smoother, it's very blurred and it's very dull, very dull, I mean very blurred like that. And if you see this is very pale, you can see the rise is very small, I mean you cannot see it very clearly, but the rise is still there. I can see the combination of the gray is very grayish. Okay, and then the last part, I'm going to use my contrast enhanced image, contrast enhanced image. Enhanced image. So sorry. So the subplot here will be on the 4th one. So I'm going to put it at the 4th, and the image here is going to be eye contrast. Eye contrast. Yes, I'm done with this. So I'm going to run. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to run this. So once done, I already have my contrast enhanced image also. So if you see my contrast enhanced image, the file is becoming a very dark. So it's very dark. It's a very dark file. Very dark image. The image is getting darker. So it's very darker and very strong compared to the others. So I think I've come up with all the 4 outputs. So these are my output: original image, sharpened image, smoothened image, and the enhanced image. So I'm done with my lab test 6. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.